Hello everyone, Acnologia here. This is my top 10 mystery anime, so I hope you have fun. Number 10. Ango. This anime is based on the works of Ango Sakaguchi. The story follows Shinjiro Yuki, a detective who solves mysteries with his strange partner, Inga. To be honest, the show is a little more than moderately entertaining when it lets its stories cross over multiple episodes. The two-part episodes in the middle and the ending are times the show gives you something really worthwhile. Even then, it could be better. Despite being fairly easily understood, Shinjiro, the lead, is not particularly interesting, well-developed or that relatable, unless you have some seriously unresolved anger issues. On the other hand, I found myself really enjoying Inga's character. There is just something really special about the show Ango that I find myself enjoying. It's an easy, down-to-earth, chiller mystery series. It has a fantastic soundtrack, an amazing opening and phenomenal ending song, so it's definitely worth checking out.
死ぬのか死んだんだよお前は誰だ因果
Number 9. Gosick. Who doesn't love a good mystery, and who also doesn't love eye candy? Well, mix those two together and you get Gosick. For the first half or so of its run, Gosick is a pleasant show. Pushy Sundara Victoric forces poor Kujo to help her with a mystery. They go check it out, leaving school when needed, and then there's some foreshadowing to later events. And for the first 13 or so episodes, Gosick does a good job. Victoric is a wee bit violent to Kujo, kicking him every time he says something that annoys her becomes practically a running gag. But somehow it didn't get to me like other series that feature female and male violence. You also get a sense of Kujo and Victoric bonding as friends, and the two do make a good couple by the end. I also like the animation style in Gosick. Bones is an animation studio that has shown time upon time again that they can produce some of the best looking anime on the market. Number 8. Danganronpa, the animation. Naiki Makoto is an average high school age student that was lucky enough to be accepted to the elite Kibokamine Academy. As soon as he enters the school grounds, he becomes unconscious and wakes up in a classroom. The 15 students are greeted by the principal, a strange bear named Monokuma. He explains that there is absolutely no escape from Kibokamine Academy. The only way to graduate is to kill your classmate and having no one else know it was you. Danganronpa, the animation, is a murder mystery series where the lead Makoto Naiki and his classmates solve mysteries involving their classmates' deaths. The villain Monokuma is a walking, talking bear who kind of looks like Winnie the Pooh if he went through a goth phase. He's white and happy on one side of his body and black, angry, and with sharp teeth on the other. He provides the majority of the series' dark humor, and when I say dark humor, I mean dark humor, as well as some of the most amusing side gags, like him eating a jar of honey in the middle of a class trial a la Winnie the Pooh. He's also voiced by well-known actress Nobuya Oyama, who was for 26 years the voice of Doraemon. Anything familiar with Doraemon will either laugh their ass off or be horrified that such a dark, twisted character is voiced by the Japanese equivalent of Mickey Mouse. Number 7. Hyouka. With Don't Bother Doing Things You Don't Have To and Rush Through Things You Have to Do, he reluctantly joins the classical literature club to avoid a world of pain inflicted by his martial arts sister. This is how Hotaro, a guy that tries to stay in the gray zone, ends up in the lively classical literature club, which more seems like a mystery club. Together with his friends Satoshi and Mayaka, they began to discuss a variety of mysteries in school that only Hotaro seemed to be able to solve. Hyouka is a mystery show like many others, but unlike many others, there are no murders. There are no grand thefts or supernatural happenings to stimulate it into life. While some of the mystery arcs are, to be frank, fantastic and some of the best mystery anime has to offer, a fair number of the one-off episodes are pretty dull and obvious from a mystery perspective. Nonetheless, Hyouka is a show about curiosity, and that theme runs deeply throughout its entire runtime. It's a gorgeously drawn and beautifully animated show, and I would expect nothing less from Kyo Animation.
お、福部じゃないか。
やあ、谷君。
こう見えても実はミステリーファンなんだ。
お手柔らかにね。
Number 6. Durarara. Ryukamine Mikato has always longed for the excitement of the city life, and an invitation from a childhood friend convinces him to move to Tokyo. Witnessing the Black Rider on his first day in the city, his wishes already seem to have been granted. But as supernatural events begin to occur, ordinary citizens like himself, along with Ikebukoro's most colorful inhabitants, are mixed up in the commotion breaking out in their city. Simply put, Durarara is a show that attempts anything and everything. The series throws development after development at the audience, fascinating one with modernized takes on Irish folktales, introducing a myriad of strange characters, and anime lovers' mecca if there ever was one. Durarara is not a masterpiece in my opinion, but the journey is hardly a waste of time, and those low and top grade material may enjoy delving into the lightweight cleverness this show manages to bring amidst the mess.
Bullies, huh? You wanna save the day, don't ya?
It's times like this when things happen in our city that defy the imagination.
Bullying people is lame. It's pathetic, really. I don't care. You're in a class that's so beneath me it doesn't even matter.
Huh?
Human beings are weak things. But beating up chicks isn't really my style. Now I'm bored. I guess that's enough cell phone smashing for one day.
Hiroshi!
Yo! 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 You going down, fool!
Violence. Ooh, that's so scary.
What? You mother!
Whoa, you're too tough for me.
Hey, wait! Stop! Your ass is trash, dog!
He did it, even though it was coming.
Number 5. The Tatami Galaxy. Tatami Galaxy takes the idea of ridiculous and twists it in a way that makes it appealing to some people at the very least. We watch an unnamed protagonist lives his university years over and over again with different what-if beginnings to each, trying to find out which choices will allow him to achieve a perfect college life. Each character is, in an odd and extreme way, someone that we know. Osu is the person who is always getting us into trouble. Akashi is the person you just don't have a chance with, or so you think. Whatever you see in the characters, it may be different from mine. They are characters you can fit your own world around, and that is not to say that they are shallow placeholders, not at all. Real people have depth, even the shallowest ones, and these characters have the depth you would expect a real person to have. They have pasts, dreams, thoughts. Relationships are not just for the sake of the narrative.
鍵はどこです？
あれ？あった。あれ、入らない。もう。入った。ハーブティー飲んでいかない？
いや、私は。
4. Kara no Kyoukai. I've always wanted to say that. Kara no Kyoukai, Garden of Sinners, is an interesting series basically summed up to be a bit like Ghost in the Shell meets Supernatural, as it questions what is real and why things are the way they are. Whether Kara no Kyoukai storyline can be considered deep or sophisticated is debatable. However, it being a story with various intriguing concepts is undeniable. First and foremost, this is a very dialogue-driven show, minimal action, plenty of talking. In addition, the show also starts out rather slow. It takes quite a while for the scenes to set up, thus it is not surprising that some may find it insipid. Kara no Kyoukai, Garden of Sinners is an anime worth watching as everyone will get something from it, especially if you're a fan of good visuals or contemplative philosophical storylines. 3. Gankutsuou. Gankutsuou, The Count of Monte Cristo, is not the first story to be converted into an animated format and given a sci-fi facelift, nor will it be the last, but I am convinced that it will remain one of the very best for a long time to come. What works in Gankutsou's favor is that, despite said facelift, the story pretty much stays faithful to the book to an admirable degree, with any changes made to fit it inside the framework of a somewhat more modernized tale kept within reasonable boundaries. This anime shattered all my expectations and found its way into my top 10. I downloaded this anime out of boredom and purely random. I had heard about it and seen some glances, but I did not listen or pay attention. Until one morning when I woke up thinking I was supposed to have class, but it was cancelled. Happy-go-lucky, I came back and watched this anime for no reason, and holy shit, this was amazing.
本日は新しいお座席のお披露目がございまして。
モンテクリスト伯爵だな。どこの席を？あれは亡きプリンスのどういうことだ？
詳しいことは何も。
2. Dennou Coil. This series is all about virtual reality. A second world is created on the same existence plane, but can only be viewed through the glasses all main characters wear. Events in the virtual reality can very much affect the real world. Despite what depressing statistics your national education system puts out, children are amazing natural learners. They normally just learn better outside of the classroom. And in Dennou Coil, while the glasses are used as tools by businessmen and teachers, it is the children who take it a step further and make it an integral part of their social lives. It is also the children who figure out how to hack into the system. Most science fiction tales feel very futuristic by nature, but because of this, Dennou Coil feels very modern. This sets it apart from other cyberpunk tales that I have watched. The world of Dennou Coil is convincing and realistic, though its technobabble may not make sense at first hand. That's fine though. This is a show that does not spoon-feed its viewers. And while a lot of the things may not make sense at first hand, just wait. The story has a very complex puzzle at its heart, and waiting for all the pieces to come together is rewarding. Though there is little offensive material in Dennou Coil, the target audience is obviously for teenagers and up. Number 1. Mushishi. If you ever wanted to sound like a cultured anime fan, amongst your favorite anime, you would include Mushishi. Mushishi gives off an impression of being deep, serious, thought-provoking, and possibly quite dull to the casual anime fan to actually watch. Mushishi is a masterwork of storytelling. Few genuinely great storytellers are left in this medium. So often anime and manga devolve into cheap laughs, harem love stories, and shonen one-man ship nonsense. Why try to tell a good story when the general audience just wants characters that can bring the power level above 9000 every time they meet some new antagonist? Or get into sexually suggestive situations that end with a punch in the stratosphere? Because of this, it is even more wonderful when series like Mushishi, Monster, Welcome to the NHK, Death Note, Uchi Kyodai finally get created. Because they deviate so far from the norm and proclaim to the entire world that hey, anime isn't just purposely mature medium, we can do big kid things too. And so I think this is something everyone should try at some point. It is an anime which should be seen by anyone who truly enjoys serious anime. And if you watch it, maybe you'll feel the same way as I do.